Hello everyone, this is John Masola on Respiratory Therapy for Foundations of Online Learning, College 100, Spring Semester 2017. So you might ask yourself, what is respiratory therapy? According to Renee Jackson, respiratory therapy is therapeutic treatment for respiratory diseases and conditions. Respiratory therapists are the healthcare specialists in this field who administer treatment and evaluate patients. So why did I choose respiratory therapy? Well, honestly, it was either that or law enforcement. But I guess I decided to try something a bit more different, a bit more unique. Or not. Oh. Jokes aside, the reason I chose this topic was because I knew less of what this career is about compared to my other choice, law enforcement, and because of my interest in the medical field. My current degree plan is just an associate's degree in general studies because I plan to transfer credits I earn to a specific career path, be it respiratory therapy or a different one. My presentation on respiratory therapy will answer 4 critical thinking questions that I have made with research from sources including a government website, encyclopedia, scholarly journals, and other scholarly sources. Here are my 4 critical thinking questions. What are the requirements for becoming an RT? What is the salary like? What kind of activities will an RT do? What's the work environment like? So question 1. What are the requirements? Well, let's start off with education. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, respiratory therapists need an associate's degree or bachelor's degree. Educational programs are offered by colleges, universities, vocational technical institutes, and the armed forces. Moving on to licensing and certifications. License requirements in most states include passing a state or professional certification exam. For specific state requirements, contact the state's health board. For certifications, the National Board of Respiratory Care is the main certifying body for respiratory therapists. The board offers 2 levels of certification: certified respiratory therapist and registered respiratory therapist. CRT is the first level certification, which requires an associate's degree from an accredited program and passing an exam. RRT is the second level certification, which requires the CRT certification, experience, and passing its exam. Question 2. What's the salary like? For an RT's salary, here is a graph from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The median annual wage for respiratory therapists was $58,670 in May 2016. The lowest 10% earned less than $42,490, and the highest 10% earned more than $81,550. Question 3. What kind of activities will an RT do? So some or most of you may have an understanding that RTs treat patients with respiratory problems, using very complicated machines, monitoring their oxygen intake and how well they can breathe, and other related tasks. Well, you're not far from the truth. It's a job that specializes in a patient's breathing after all. Here are some RT activities I found from the Gale Encyclopedia of Nursing and Allied Health. Respiratory therapist activities include maintaining an open airway for trauma, intensive care, and surgical patients, assisting with cardiopulmonary resuscitation, providing life support for patients who cannot breathe on their own, providing assistance to the anesthesiologist in the operating room, providing results from the testing of measuring lung function, and assisting with patient education. Going a bit in depth with an RT's activities, with sources from Jackson and White, prove that RTs perform procedures that are both diagnostic and therapeutic. Diagnostic procedures including obtaining, analyzing and interpreting sputum, breath, and blood specimens, measuring the capacity of a patient's lungs to see if there are impaired functions, performing studies of the cardiopulmonary systems, and studying patients with disruptive sleep patterns. Therapeutic treatment procedures include operating and maintaining various types of equipment to administer oxygen and assist with breathing, monitor and managing therapy that will help a patient recover lung function,
Created using Powtoon.